Hey guys, this is Aaron Lewis, and today I'm actually just going to be doing a quick video just showing you guys my Nano aquariums just to this side of me here in the background. Now, a lot of you guys probably didn't know that I have Nano aquariums, but I actually do. And these aquariums I am actually extremely impressed by just how they've taken off with their plant growth and how the fish are doing in it. So let's go have a quick look at those bad boys. Alright, so this aquarium right here is a 12-litre Petworks aquarium. Now, it is just a little nano aquarium that just houses 10 red cherry shrimp. As you can see, the red cherry shrimp are just climbing all over the piece of driftwood here. There's one there, there's one there. There's even one on the plant over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. But this aquarium, I'm actually extremely impressed with how it is growing. I didn't actually expect it to do this well. It's probably been set up for like a month now, probably. And the growth that has happened within this aquarium compared to my fluval curve, the 16-gallon that I recently set up, is just astounding, the difference. Now, I have a feeling it has something to do with the lighting that is on this aquarium. I'd say this lighting is quite high compared to my fluval curve, which is why the growth on all the plants are so much more vibrant and fast, because I'm dosing the same CO2 boosters, the same florist fertilizers, iron that I am with all my aquariums, but the nano ones seem to be growing the fastest and the most lush. So I will definitely be upgrading the lighting system in my 16-gallon over the next coming weeks to months, just so I can get ample growth out of all my plants. Now, I have done extensive amount of research on red cherry shrimp, and I've heard how finicky they are with their water parameters and how they like a stable environment that has a lot of algae, a well-grown out aquarium. But this aquarium, I'm going to be honest, it's fairly new. As I said, it's only been set up for like a month and a half maybe, but all the stuff that is in this aquarium was in my fluval flex. The dirt substrate on the bottom was in the fluval flex. This piece of driftwood was right at the back of the fluval flex. All the filter media that's right behind in the filtration system was also in the fluval flex. I tried to make sure that I did all that so I didn't lose any red cherry shrimp, and I think it has gone amazingly well, because as I said, I haven't lost any red cherry shrimp. They're even growing. I don't know if you can see this little white lump on the Christmas moss ball, but it is actually an exoskin of one of the red cherry shrimp because they are growing, which is always a good sign in red cherry shrimp from what I've been researching. So I'm extremely impressed with how they are growing and how they are thriving in this aquarium. I didn't actually expect it to go this well. I did expect a couple shrimp losses, but I haven't had any yet. And daily I just drop in about a corner of these veggie wafers here for them to munch on throughout the night time. So I think that is also providing them with extra nutrients that isn't in the water column in the system. Now, when their colony does eventually grow and it does get too much for this aquarium, I will be moving some into my other nano aquarium, which just houses my Siamese fighter, just so I can see whether a fighter fish and red cherry shrimp can live together, because there is a lot of controversy on the internet saying that they can't. There's some saying that they can, so I just want to test it out for myself. Now, obviously, I will put the bigger size red cherry shrimp in with the fighter fish, just because if I put the smaller cherry shrimp in, obviously the fighter fish will eat it. But let's just move on over to the fighter fish at Nano Aquarium. Right, so this right here is my male Siamese fighter fish. He is a blue half moon. Now, as you can see, his aquarium is also planted, and it is also extremely well grown in. The only plant that is a bit iffy is this ambulia, which is just at the front here. It's the only ambulia in the system that hasn't actually sprouted off new shoots, as you can see. So I'm not certain what's happening there. I'm not sure if I put a root tab at the front here or not, but I know at the back and this section here there's all CCAM root tabs, so maybe that is a common factor in it. But I also just have an Anubias nana, which is just on the back here, which has this little snail on. And that plant is actually growing out new shoots, so that is another thing that I'm also impressed by. Now, this aquarium, as I said, eventually when my red cherry shrimp grow and their colony gets quite large, I will try and be putting some in this aquarium. Now, as you can see, there would definitely be enough room for the cherry shrimp to hide in case the fighter fish does get kind of snappy with them. So I'm not too worried about the fighter fish munching on them at all. being that I know that they will have a lot of greenery to hide in, because you got to remember that this stuff will all be grown in by that time too, because I don't really plan to keep it trimmed back that much. I do want to probably keep these plants for probably about this height, and then the jungle bowl will take over the back more than it already is. And then once my Christmas moss ball grows some more in the other Nano aquarium, I will be trimming some out and just putting it on the rock here. So hopefully there will be another grazing area, another hiding area for the shrimp to hide. But until then, I'm just taking it all slow with these Nano aquariums. They're taking care of themselves. I do a water change every 2 weeks on them, because there is a lot of filtration media in the backs of them. So it's keeping them nice and filtered, and they don't really have a high capacity of like detritus and stuff. One of them houses little red cherry shrimp, and this one houses a fighter fish, which a lot of you would know that they don't cause a lot of detritus, so I don't really have to do much maintenance on them. I don't even really have to clean the glass either. I do have these algae scratches on the side here, but being that both of them have probably about 5 snails plus in them, they handle all of the algae that is on the walls of the fish tank. But definitely I will be having a look at my 16-gallon fluval curve, which is over here, because as you can see, it just doesn't look as bright as the Nano aquariums just over here. So I feel like lighting is definitely a problem with this aquarium over here, because obviously plants do need highlight to grow, and the light that is on that fluval curve over there isn't as bright as it clearly needs to be. But before we sum up this video, I just want to know down in the comment section below which aquarium you guys like the most. Is it the red cherry shrimp aquarium, or is it the blue half moon betta fish aquarium? Now, my favourite aquarium out of these two is gotta be definitely the red cherry shrimp aquarium, just because it is such a simple aquascape, but it is growing in so nicely, and I am just so impressed with how it turned out. I literally just dropped that piece of driftwood there, it fell on its side, and I was like, that actually suits really well. So then I just got the Amazon swordfish at the back there, and I planted them. I just got the water wisteria. Now that was down to here when I put it in, but now it's sprouted up all over here. And then we just have the ambulia, which is just these plants at the front, and the Christmas moss ball. And it's just such a simple aquascape, but it looks so beautiful. So that is definitely my favorite out of the two of these. And I just want you guys to let me know what your favorite aquarium is, so make sure you do that down in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that is all for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed having a little look at my 2 Nano aquariums and seeing the growth that is happening with them. In some upcoming videos, I might be changing the lighting system in my 16-gallon fluval curve, as I said throughout the video, just because seeing the growth on the 2 Nano aquariums on this side of me here compared to the growth that I'm seeing in my planted aquarium that is 16 gallons to this side of me over here, the 16-gallon isn't seeming to be growing as fast or nearly as green and lush as the Nano aquariums. So I feel like it definitely is the lighting, because I am dosing the same fertilizers, the same CO2 boosters, there's root tabs in that aquarium too, and it just doesn't seem to be as lush and green as I would like it to be. The Nano aquariums are perfect, they are doing so well, I couldn't be happier. So if you want to see that video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. Turn on that notification bell so you know when I do upload from now on. And as I always say, go check out my social media accounts, which are always down in the description box below. I do post on there daily, so you get to see what I'm up to. Anyways, that is all for today's video. Have a good one. Goodbye.